thrilling, exciting, gripping, the non-stop heart-pounding culmination of so much hard work in just one beautiful moment. It took your breath away. Right? I'm not talking about the Red Sox championship, which was awesome. I'm talking about the Federal Open Market Committee statement. Oh, so cool! So the FOMC released a statement this week that has had all this wide interpretation throughout the finance world. They're gonna taper quantitative easing in the first quarter of 2014. Are they gonna do it in 2015? What does it mean? I haven't seen this much haggling over a boring statement of nothingness since Obama's birth certificate. I love how, however, anyone at the Fed, Bernanke or not, makes a statement, suddenly all of these prim and proper economists are the world's greatest dramaturgs. They're literary critics. They know everything about human nature and the precise meaning of language. Well, not only is the statement indicative that QE will taper in the second quarter of 2014, but it seems to me that the common belief that Hamlet is an allegory for evil as a means to an end is greatly lacking in the nuance. My favorite scene in the FOMC statement was when it became clear that the government shutdown had distorted and delayed all of the important economic data that would have allowed the Fed to perhaps accelerate their action. So the Fed, which is the most reviled part of a reviled government in the eyes of like the libertarians around Paul, the Tea Party, the Fed now has to keep working for longer because of the actions of the libertarians around Paul, the Tea Party. The shutdown, the austerity, the sequester. It's like as if Don Quixote had attacked the windmills with a heavy breeze. In other news of once giant economic actors making statements that sort of maybe made a difference, Apple announced its quarterly earnings this week. And it was a bit disappointing. It still didn't move markets like Apple announcements once used to. And I don't know why. Is Apple no longer cool? Is, with the shine off the rose as Emperor wear? No turtlenecks. Almost on cue, Apple released a new ad campaign for the iPod Air. You probably saw it during the baseball games. It was like this little pencil on the table, and you're zooming in, and an Apple voice is going, "This is the greatest. The 2001: A Space Odyssey was based upon the hope of the change." And look, chill, Apple. We're on to you. Okay, you just created a slightly smaller, slightly lighter web browser. You didn't send a man to the moon to cure cancer. Finally, our old friend LIBOR is back in the news after Dutch lender Rabobank, really, Rabobank, Rabobank, when they agreed to pay over $1 billion to settle claims that they had been involved in the LIBOR scandal. Now, of course, the LIBOR scandal, as we remember from past videos, is when it's the interoffice lending rate. It's when U.S. potato changing money. Trillions of dollars. I mean, it's $1 billion settlement. I've been Jeff Kressler with just a tiny taste of what's happening in the business and financial world for the final edition's Money or Die. Because if you're not making money, you might as well die. Happy Halloween!